He's in his own half! He's in his own half! Referee, that is shocking now.
It was borderline, yeah, I give it borderline on.
Ref, he was about 5 yards in his own half, ref.
Come on, Rangers.
Come on, Rangers. Missed the whole game.
It's 15 yards in front of me.
February 2020, the beginning of the end for non-league football. Coronavirus disease 2019 has arrived in the UK and is beginning to spread rapidly around the country. However, despite the impending doom for every league below Step 2, it is yet to touch the lives of the vast majority, and for those playing football in the park, the disease seems like a distant issue. Unbeknownst to them, Charlwood FC's preparation for the visit of Balcombe will be the last time they ready themselves for a game in the Mid-Sussex Premier Division. There's a certain synergy to the fixture, for it was Balcombe who hosted Charlwood for their first game at this level. Back in episode 1, Balcombe welcomed a jet-lagged Peter Barkley to their stadium. Not that he mentioned his predicament to anybody.
I'm not sure if I'm more jet-lagged than the players at the moment.
Obviously, I've been away.
What? Yeah. Yeah, I'm jet-lagged. I don't know if it's my mindset being a bit jet-lagged coming back this morning.
Barks and his side overcame the time zone issues and a tough welcome from the home side to win 3-2, beginning a run of 10 straight victories and showing the Mid-Sussex Prem that they belong at their highest level in over 120 years of village football. On the day that Balcombe head to Charlwood, they sit just behind their hosts in second place. Already 7 points clear at the top with games in hand, Charlwood are closing in on their third consecutive league title.
Zacco in goal, Bailey in at right back, Dean, Lewis in at centre half, Wood in at left back, Justin right side, Mike and Tom in the middle, Jamie on the left, Payne in behind George, on the bench Sam, Lippett, Davey and Ollie T / Lino today for us, bless him. Really strong side, really big squad finally. After faffing around with a bare 11 and not enough, all these people now fighting to start, fighting to play. Bailey, on that side, where are you? I know you can do a job there, Bailey. I see you and Justin working quite well in terms of being fluid. That left back should be having horrors tonight after you two. 2v1s, overloads on that side. Dino and Lou. Dino kind of more attacking, Lou sweeping round. We've missed that element, no offence, Wardy. A bit of pace and a bit of cover there, which you bring us. So just like Pistons, one attacking, one splitting. When we've got it, we know Lou likes to play. So we get it out, and Zach, you know we'll play. And we must play. Wardy in left back. You know that, you're brilliant there. We finally got you back in that zone, clipping balls in, working with Jamie. You're not going to bomb on as much. I see us more on this side getting down, and Dino covering across a little bit. If we're really out of shape, Tommy, you can sit in for us there. If Dino gets drawn across, Lou, bring Tommy in alongside you. But you'll be quite solid there, Wardy. Just old school Unsworth left back, clipping those balls for us, giving Jamie a bit more freedom there, all right? Mike, I see you more being a bit of a QB, sitting in there, spraying it around, top of that W shape, and Tom, box-to-box energy in there, all right? Getting yourself about in the middle of the park. Big opportunity for you, Justin. Hopefully you haven't gone out last night for a change. But, mate, you're up there. You're like top 5 goal scorers in the league, all right? And you've hardly played, really, which says to me you get goals. You came on and got the winner. You got the winner against these at the start of the season. Let's get back to that today. Let's get back to that finished article, that finished product. Jamie, brilliant going forward. Freedom when we've got it. When we haven't, just get back in, get that side of that man for me. Let's really bust a gut today, because these guys are dying to get on. A few weeks ago we played here, we kept a clean sheet, because we all worked so hard for that, boys. That must be our mindset today. Defence first. We do not concede again, and we've got to work hard as a unit. Nobody walking. If you're blowing a gasket, you can come off today. But it's a big 3 points against second in the league. Free kicks, Jamie and George. George, you've got a lovely strike of the ball. You two be creative together. Set it, let it go quickly.
If you ain't on free kicks.
Straight in, mate. Straight in. He'll be on pens next week as well. Keep it in the family, you two. Keep it in the family. Haven't played for a few weeks. Been frustrating. There were 9 points up for grabs this month. Now there's only 3. Let's get after them. Apprehensive. Apprehensive. Good squad. But yeah, still, like you say, it's been a while. They're a good side. They've rocked up with the same colour shorts as us, which has annoyed me. You know, little things like that just frustrate me. You've had all week to prepare. We've sent an email about kits. I feel like sometimes when I speak to the lads, they're looking, they're laughing, they're joking, but are they taking in what I'm saying? That's my fear. I've made it quite clear there that we are going to get back behind the ball, and I've singled out Jamie and said, Jamie, you're going to get behind the ball, because Jamie thinks his problem is to mark their fullback. Well, you're a wide midfield player. You've got to deal with their wide midfield player. So I want to see if he's on it. But then maybe I always feel apprehensive. I'm not sure. Maybe that's just how you always feel. I want to get going. The shorts have annoyed me.
It's funny how much that.
That's annoyed me. That's annoyed me. Yeah, it has annoyed me. You know, and their manager didn't seem to get my point at all when I spoke to him about it. It was just like, it is what it is. Well, it wouldn't have been what it is if you'd have bought your black and white kit. And I refuse, like, we could maybe get in our yellow kit, but I feel like we've been bullied then if we start playing at home in our away kit. Like, why should we do that? Yeah, I would say Justin, Jamie and Bailey, those 3 need to step up today. It's Justin and Jamie, really. Like I said, if them 2 are on it. Hello, mate. You all right? Come in, Ollie. Ollie Tennant back from uni. How are you, mate? How are you? Those guns are getting bigger, aren't they, boy? So Ollie's back from uni. He's going to run the line for us today. Pick up some beer tokens, probably.
When Balcombe opened the scoring on the first day of the season, they celebrated with a cry of "Welcome to the Prem." The phrase has since become a rallying cry, and it's not something assistant manager Mike will let the team forget.
Welcome to the Prem is all I've got to say. That first game of the season where that lads give it welcome to the Prem is all the motivation we needed to go on a run of 9 games unbeaten. Side today, they're a team that have beaten other decent sides. They're going to come here with loads of confidence, but we should be confident that we're back on our carpet. We're on our home turf where we've not lost. We need to be spraying the ball around, keep hold of it, good information all the time. As I say all the time, there isn't a team in this league that's better than us when we're playing the way that we want to play. So go out and do the game plan. Do as we say, do as we train for, and it'll be 3 points and we'll be laughing around in here at the end of the game. All right, good luck today, boys.
Boys, 2 things. You've all got 2 jobs. Defensively, you get back in. You work bloody hard for your teammates. Offensively, we expand, we enjoy. We enjoy having the ball. Some of you have got to summon that inner anger because it's flat. This is a big game against second in the league, and you're all talking about neighbours and home and away in Love Island. Some of you have got some of that anger here because they're coming at us from the first get-go. They embarrassed us in the first half of this season. Welcome to the Prem. We can laugh that off now, but that's a disgrace to say that to us and the people in here. So you summon that anger and you summon that passion, wherever it comes from, that frustration for 3 weeks of no football, and take it out on them. Because we ain't leaving here without 3 points today. Let's get after it.
More often than not, one of the sides in a Charlwood fixture tends to start slowly. This time it's Balcombe's turn.
Well done, Mike. Great ball. Drive, Jay!
Just 90 seconds into the game, Jamie creates problems for Balcombe's defenders. It's not the first time in his career that Jamie Liddell has drawn a foul from Balcombe captain Tom Howes. The trip sets up top scorer Stephen Payne with a chance to make it 1-0.
Yes! Great start! Lou, Dino, Wardy! Good start, Zach! Well done, son!
Balcombe respond with vigour, but Zach Rice is in imperious form at the hub of a strong defence.
Back stick, Mike, well done! Zach.
Keep up!
Well done, Zach!
Although it's not his favoured position, Lewis Forsdick is proving a rock in central defence.
Brilliant, Lou! Brilliant, Lewis! Brilliant, Dino! Bobble, bobble.
Charlwood are pressing high up the pitch, and Jamie and Justin in particular are causing problems for Balcombe.
Well done, Justin! Regroup! Regroup!
And with 20 minutes on the clock, assistant manager Mike Lockhart has to deal with the one thing no assistant manager wants to face: a dog turd on the pitch.
Bloody dogs, this is you and your lot, Davey. It's probably your little weasel that did it.
Mike manages to remove the turd before Zach has a chance to land in it. A realistic prospect given the manner in which he's hurling himself around today. Along with Matt Ward, the pair keep Balcombe at bay. Mike Smith's quarterback passing is tearing Balcombe apart. Their only significant form of defence is the linesman, whose increasingly questionable decisions are keeping Charlwood at bay.
Oh my days! Oh my God! Here we go! Here we go!
Hold that line. No way! Absolutely correct.
Have a word now, please. That's two. He's turned the screw and he's listening to the gaffer now. He's listening to the gaffer now. Let's not have that. It's a proper game here, lads.
Charlwood keep the pressure on, and with half an hour played, Justin Ford slides the ball through for Tom Tennant.
Terry with the left. Georgie, well done. Bailey, good lad.
The midfield general slots it past the goalkeeper, and Charlwood have a 2-goal lead.
Georgie, well done. Keep working for us. Jamie, let's go.
With Jamie Liddell in fine form, Charlwood are finding the best form of defence is to attack.
Well done, Jamie. Good game management here, because we're slowing everything down now. This is what we've done. Brilliant! Killed the game there. Killed the game there, Wardy. Great ball. Wardy! Oh!
They're in the refs here. They're looking to try and get any advantage they can over us. We've just got to remain professional and do our job. Conditions are not helping us, but we've got to relax a little bit more on the ball, try and use the ball, use the other people. A couple of times there's been a set on and we've tried to turn and we've tried to force ourselves forward a bit quicker. Jamie, when you're tracking back, you're giving us that extra dimension, getting the ball to your feet a bit earlier, and then you can run at people. Same with Justin, trust yourself, go outside, trust yourself to beat them. All right, and we do that. Boys, fantastic day.
Cheers, Mike. Yeah, I think the word there is professional. That's really difficult out there, I can see it. But you've been professional. You've dug in, a few ropey moments there, especially from wide areas. We've given a lot of corners away. I think we've had one, which we nearly scored from at the end. That's because the wind's all coming our way. What I'm trying to do is just, can we start playing a little bit, especially the second half? Lou, Dino, can we get on the ball? I know we've done it once and Mike, it was like Billy's boots in there with everyone flying at you and you're ducking and diving, mate, it was unreal. But just now, you know, because if I was watching this game as a neutral, I'd go, that's a pretty dire game of football to watch, to be honest with you. But I don't care, because you've done what you can do and we've got 3 points. This half now, we're still going to have to do that. And I'm not saying let's go out and start playing like it's 4G and it's a sunny day. But now and again, just to vary it up, just to keep them guessing, can we just go in, out, round the outsides a bit more and get Justin, again, like Mike said, all round the outside of that game. But you've done everything. No one should have their head down. And George, I know you're a bit disappointed, but what you've given us up there, I'll take that every week, son, because I know you're going to score. I'll take that every week, because your energy up there is huge, and you're battling and you're fighting, and we've got to keep doing that. So let's not lose sight of that, because we've stood in here a few times, or a different place around Sussex, winning games, gone out there and we're kind of half a job. So 2 things. Energy defensively, stay goal side, press, work together, and as Mike said, basics, don't go sprinting in. When you get there, you've got to be slowing, because this guy over here did about 4 or 5 of us. All right, it was like a film, it was like Escape to Victory, because everyone's sprinting in and sticking out a leg. When you get there, stop, jockey, don't need to win it. Get there and slow down. Secondly, when we've got it, let's get outside them a bit more. So let's work that ball outside of them rather than just up and down middle. Get outside the lines and start getting some of that third man running into him, set it, and we go. It's all there for you boys. You've done all the hard graft. You've done everything. Don't go out there now. They're going to be fired out the blocks. Don't go out there going, job done, lads. No way near. No way near. Because I'd say 6 or 7 can raise it here. All right? You can't tell me that's the best you can play. All right? I appreciate what you've done, but those 6 or 7, let's lift it and show them what we really are this half. Okay? Come on.
Next goal. Next goal's finish this game.
Kill the game.
Let's make it up.
Charlwood once again fly at their opponents, with new signing George Smith desperate to find the net.
Unlucky.
The first half was largely a scrappy affair, and the second promises even more niggly fouls. On the hour mark, Charlwood finally creates an opening. A game of head tennis eventually sees the ball land at Jamie Liddell's feet, and his cross, although it was probably a shot, lands perfectly for Justin.
Yes! Yes, Justin!
Justin delivers the third goal, as specifically requested by Barks before the game, and just as he did in the opening game of the season.
Cut the line, Payne, come to me, come to me! Good boy! No turn, Wardy, love that, Wardy!
Frustrated at having his arm pulled, Matt Ward very nearly gets himself into more trouble, but probably gets out of it thanks to his cheeky smile.
Alright, Jamie, just walk away, Jamie! Jamie, don't need to say anything.
Liddell, meanwhile, is firing on all cylinders. Another incisive run from the mercurial winger very nearly sets up Charlwood's fourth. Like Justin before him, Jamie heralds his manager's request and tracks back to win the ball.
Jamie, love that, Jamie!
There's a certain irony in the fact that tracking back is the last thing Jamie does for the season.
Try and run it off and you make another sub, I feel bad.
Tired and battered by the windy conditions, Balcombe have very little left, and Tom House's error is pounced upon by Adam Lippett.
Finish, Lips! Oh!
Sadly for Lips, a fine fingertip save from Adam Johnson keeps the score down. Balcombe have been spurred on, and with 10 minutes to go they launch a rare attack.
That's from a stupid, we're giving it away stupidly there.
A cross shot from Will Howes flicks up on a bobble and deceives Zach Rice, allowing Will's brother Tom, the man who coined the phrase welcome to the Prem, a brief moment of redemption after his penalty debacle.
Alright, go again! Go again! We can't take our foot off, lads! Come on!
With seconds left on the clock, the Balcombe Lino pulls off one of the most blatant acts of dishonesty since Toblerone reduced the size of their triangles.
He's in his own half! He's in his own half! Referee, that is shocking now.
It was borderline, yeah, I give it borderline. It's borderline, yeah.
Rather mischievously, Tom House tries to take the offside free kick from inside the Charlwood half.
Ref, he was about 5 yards in his own half, ref.
Regardless, Mike Smith does manage to get one final attempt on goal.
Roll it across, Wardy. Oh, Mike.
But he puts it wide from 6 yards out, and that is the end of Charlwood's season.
Well done, Just. Well done, lads. Cheers, Gaffer. All the best, mate. Well done, mate. Cheers, fella.
I looked at maybe I should have been more.
Well done, mate.
I didn't see it, but.
Yeah, boys, the word's professional. Tough conditions, but that's why why we could win this league, because we grind out results and we stuck together today. That's a big 3 points after 3 weeks without a game. Proud of every one of you. All the subs got on. Everyone gave everything second half. I thought it was much, much better. Welcome to the Prem. Welcome to Charlwood!
Despite being rather down in the dumps and knowing that he has to cook for 100 covers that evening, Balcombe manager Steve Crane gave us an extensive interview.
So what's your name?
Steve Crane,
And you are the...
Balcombe manager. It's pretty much my club. We've got 3 teams. We've got a fundraiser tonight where I'm cooking tonight. I'm going to make 1,800 quid for the club. I'd have liked to go there smiling tonight, but obviously it wasn't to be. I think Charlwood are a good side. They've got some good, experienced players in there, and we were just a little bit naive. Probably left ourselves a little bit too much to do. We know all about Jamie. He was with me for a small period of time. He's an excellent player, and he's very good at what he does. And we gave ourselves a mountain to climb after that. I've been doing it for so long. I've had guys who came to me at 16. Now they're in their 30s. Been incredibly successful, married, kids, got good jobs, and that gives me a massive buzz. That's a massive buzz for me as well. Kind of go on that journey with them of adulthood, and that's incredibly rewarding. Even when you think you have a pretty good 14, sometimes it just doesn't go your way. So I'm at a bit of a loss. I've won cups with far worse teams than I have now, and I find that really frustrating. That's the thing that I'm finding. We've got better players, but we haven't won anything for 4 years now. So and as you know, football is always about the next one. Just want to win the next cup, win the next game, and win. You just really want to win, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, good day all round. 3 points. All the subs got a good run out. Full squad for a change. Yeah, not the prettiest of games of football. I think the wind and the conditions obviously played a part, but like we said, pretty professional today. They dug in, they worked for each other. A little bit of needle amongst our lads, but pretty good on the whole, because today can be, you know, with these conditions, can be quite frustrating, so fair play to them. This was second in the league today. We got to enjoy it. And I just said to Mike, like, when I won a game of football, I'd go in there and I'd be screaming and shouting down the corridor so the away team heard. I'd be punching the walls. I'd love it. And for some reason, that word you've used, routine, does come into play. And I don't want it to be. I want to be in there enjoying a win. Our lads seem to like reflect on it and message me tomorrow and look back a day after the event. I think in the heat of the moment, maybe they're drained or they want to get out of it, some of them. But yeah, I don't want it to be routine. When you win a game, that's what we set out to do. If you set out to do something and do it, you should enjoy that moment. And if you can't enjoy a win against second in the league, you know, what's the point?
2 weeks later, and just a few days before lockdown 1 commenced, Charlwood hold a committee meeting with Berks, fixtures secretary Kieran Smythe, head of social media Mark Southam, and club captain Stephen Payne. On the agenda is whether or not the club will apply to switch leagues next season, and who will manage the side, with Berks looking to quit the club.
Right, this is you first, South.
What do you want?
First, well, the first one's what league next year?
Well, I've sent it off. Good. Yeah, I've sent off the form. We've obviously just added Kieran's address, signed it on behalf of Kieran.
You know, you had reservations about that, Kieran, but...
My reservations are this.
Have you got this written down?
When you leave, other players might think, yeah, that was a really good experience for the 3, 4, 5 years, whatever. Maybe I'll try something new. Maybe I'll retire.
Like, things like, the problem is you lose players because of the travel, whereas that league above's like Cotform, TD Shipley. Yeah. At the moment we're going to Hollington, at the moment we're going miles, Kieran. There's actually more, they make jokes in that Mid-Sussex band, there's more travel in the Mid-Sussex Prem than the Sussex Div 1, because Hollington, Westfield, all of our games are in Hastings.
Yeah, I think that this is an unknown, and I'm erring on the side of caution, yeah. And you're going like, oh, positive, like, oh, this could open up, we might have loads of players, might get loads of young players.
And also I think going up is a more appealing job for somebody. Like if you said to somebody, we're in Sussex County Div 2, that's a bit more of an appealing managerial job.
Yeah, so I agree with you. Like, no names, if you just went, he's a good player, he lives locally, he'll do it, it will fucking blow their mind when they find out. One of the players we've got now just sort of going, oh yeah, and they go, yeah, this is easy, I'll do this. And then they wake up to sort of 4 messages saying people can't play, they go training, there's no one at training, someone's asking for money. Like, all the rest of it, it's overwhelming.
But what we're saying in summary is we've got to make sure we appoint the right person. Yeah. And we've got to, at some point, I'm going to have to tell the squad, because we're either going to wait till the end of the season and advertise, or, which you probably could do, to be honest with you, when the season ends. Yeah, could end tomorrow.
Yeah.
So are you still 100% sure you don't want to do it next year?
Yeah, I think so.
You are?
Because of our facilities paying in, because obviously this is a kind of promotion, but there's no you know, there's no wave real forward.
We need to ground share to go to the next step, basically. We'd have to ground share for a season. The problem is the age group, isn't it? You need, like we had the problem where you get to a stage where like everyone's getting older and older. And you need to bring the Justins in like you did, and some of his age group, because it seemed like the Tylers and the Faldrys and that, like just having kids or having another kid, and their priorities change, didn't you?
As it stands at the moment, have you been approached by anyone else to win
No.
the next season? So say for instance you did, there would be people on our side that you would want to take.
All I'm focusing on is winning the league, winning the cup, getting to summer holidays.
It's fair to say at this juncture, we were putting a lot of pressure on Barks to stay.
I'm just going to throw in the mix that if the coronavirus causes the end of this season, I cannot envisage there being a resolution to the documentary we're doing, and I just cannot see how it would end. So I would have to consider doing next season as well of or instead of, and I don't want to do that without you. So
Let's just agree.
Okay.
Let's just agree. So new manager ideally needs to be somebody who's played before. Pete, 100% leaving. That's going to be recorded
for now.
Yeah.
Not 99.
95. You can't cut me loose here.
10 more corona deaths, doubled in 24 hours now. Up to
In the UK?
Yeah, 20 deaths. Spain poised for lockdown.
They just forwarded me the National League System coronavirus update.
Yeah, which says nothing.
Which says the latest advice from the government is that presently there is no rationale to close or cancel sporting events, but this may change in the future. Basically just to stay away if you don't feel very well. But the games will continue to go ahead. There might be more updates to follow in the week.
I want to win the league, get the club into that county Div 2.
Yeah. And then you're a presentation night and everyone's jumping around you shouting 1 more year. And then what happens?
Then he's just got to take a different.
And you've had a couple of shanders.
I mean, I don't want you to leave, but I want
I just won't have the. You're saying it from the manager you've had. I won't have the drive. If I know I can't get that club up, I won't have the drive, Kieran. It's just, I just feel like gutted with the. If we had the facilities, there'd be no stopping us now, really. Yeah. You know, we'd have gone County Div 1. We'd be looking to get County Prem. And suddenly, Ryman's a.
You would, but look how frustrating some parts of your season have been.
When you get that County Prem, suddenly you're paying. You know, you're giving players a little bit. Suddenly, there's a bit more power, Kieran. They're not paying to play in that league. So suddenly, we as a club, we'd be going. He's on £10 a week. You know, just little bits here and there.
The tide might turn. The power might move.
Yeah.
The whole time, I missed 2 games and I got Barkley to do them for me. I wouldn't even go centre parks on a weekend during the season. Whereas these other boys just go, yeah, I'm going to fit in Brazil, I'm going to fit in this, that, and the other. I'm going to go travelling, I'm going to do this, and I'm like, I would make my missus go centre parks Monday to Friday.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Do you know what I mean? Just so I could be there. But you don't, they don't have that. Yeah, they don't have that, like, it's everything. So I'm like, well,
mate, when I went to travel in America, I made sure I was back the day of the first game of the season.
What I mean.
Although he was jet lagged.
But Josh,
but they don't know about being the manager.
Yeah. The thing is, we're keeping it, it's not like, if we don't keep it going, the club disbands and goes. And that history from 1901.
Yes, that's the pressure.
It's the pressure of it. It's like, I've never known anything like that.
When I took it over, I probably never thought, obviously, we'd get to here. I thought that I could get him out of debt, and I thought I could maybe get us to win something.
You know, Dean will put his body on the line to win a game of football, as will Tom Tennant, as will Ben, as will Lewis, as will Murphs, you know, as will Payne, and Mike when he plays, and Lockie when he plays. They all care, they love it, they all care, but they haven't been here, they haven't been training, they've missed Saturdays, we've had injury. It's just been one of those stop-start seasons, games called off, whatever, this 2-week break now again. But we can still reboot and regalvanise. That's why I want that team night out on the 28th, Steve. I know you're not around. Just so we all go and have a beer and go, look, it's 11 games to win this thing, or we just toss it off now and walk away with nothing.
Probably not even 11 games. It's probably...
Well, it's 11 it depends on Corona.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're all quite young blokes compared to a standard committee. We've taken this club on from where it was to where it is now. So we just like to touch base and discuss any issues that are arising. Obviously, I'm looking to leave at the end of the season, so that's a major issue in terms of finding someone who can fill my boots. I'm sure there are many, but to finding a suitable replacement. The finances are discussed. We've got a plan for the end of season due. Make sure we paid for our pitch hire. Make sure we've got match balls, because I keep losing them and misplacing them. I mean, I've gone from being a typical bloke not caring about this coronavirus thing and not really worried about it to, you know, really starting to take note of what's going on. I did say in the group a week ago, it might be our season doesn't end. The Premiership stopped. Now, to stop that industry is massive. You know, it's a big statement. And Boris, our fearless leader, is coming out and telling us we're going to lose more friends and family with this virus. The league are going to have a decision to make. I mean, and then the fallout's going to be massive. You look at the Prem, the lawsuits. If you're going to relegate teams on the current standing, and the loss of income is going to be huge for us. I mean, what a disappointing end to a season after all this, just to kind of end it now. And I'm thinking about football now. Am I going to have the same aggression and drive in a game when all this is going on? It's kind of like it's a bigger issue, and it's taken over from football a little bit at the moment.
Because of not being allowed to work, it's just trying to get up every morning and keeping a routine and things. But yeah, a lot of Xbox and garden workouts really.
Yeah, hope you're all keeping well. Yeah, we're about 2 weeks into lockdown now. Yeah, I'm fucking climbing the walls at home, boys. It's driving me absolutely mental. Fucking hate the missus. Yeah, the kids have driven me fucking mad. The youngest one we want to put up for adoption. He's a little shit.
So hoping with the Charlwood League, I think we'd love for it to finish. I think that would be the ultimate goal, but I don't think it's going to.
I did hear they were planning, if we didn't get back up and running till by the 4th of April, that they were going to end the season and do a points per game.
So with the league and the level that we play at, I think they'll probably make the decision quite easily. There isn't massive financials involved,
but I'm gutted for the lads really. I was looking to get back into it shortly.
Yeah, it is annoying obviously with the position that we're in the league and everything, but
yeah, absolutely devastated.
You know, we could be given the league title, but I know from the WhatsApp group most of the boys are saying I'd rather play the games, you know, I'd rather earn it than just be given it.
And there's no doubt that based on what we've done so far and the amount of games that we've won and the way we've won them, we absolutely deserve to win this league.
If they finish the league how it is, obviously we're champions. Whether they postpone it and we carry on in the summer, again, just want to play football. So
I think they'll probably decide to just scrap the league, which will be disappointing as we're absolutely flying at the moment. You know, top of the league in a cup semi-final.
I'm missing football loads. Just that sense of fun with the boys, like getting down, having a kick about.
Yeah, I am missing football massively, itching to get out there and play.
Missing football massively missing football.
Might not kick a ball again until sort of June, July, which is massive, a ridiculously long time.
Well, football since I was 5 years old has been my life. I've not known anything really much outside of football.
The virus brings in jigsaw puzzles. The virus has stopped football. The virus has stopped my 10 holidays booked this year. The virus I'm still going to work. Fuck the virus.
It's causing absolute destruction across the world, so if anyone isn't scared of it, then they need to wake up and start being scared of it.
I'm not scared of the virus because I've got the immune system that's going to deal with it.
Yeah, I'm alright, mate. I'm still working. The wife's just expecting a baby in 2 to 3 weeks, so she's sort of staying indoors, self-isolating when my little boy's 4.
Hopefully everybody will get through this, come out stronger on the other side, and we won't have to experience anything like this ever again. Thank you.
And yeah, I'm missing football. Saturdays are never the same really without a bit of footy, but yeah, that's about it really, mate. It's crap, innit? Life goes on though, hopefully. And yeah, I'll see you soon, buddy.
In April 2020, the Mid-Sussex Football League took the decision to nullify their divisions. All results were expunged from the record, and Charlwood's lead at the top of the table ceased to exist. For Berks, it was the worst possible outcome. A Cup and League double that for so long looked realistic was suddenly unobtainable. And like the rest of the team, he had nothing else to do but sit around thinking about what might have been.
So they've eased the lockdown laws a little bit, which gave me and my nephew a chance to finally get out and kick the football around and get back to it a little bit. So at the moment we're still fighting to get into the Sussex Division 2 League, which was kind of my criteria on staying and managing the club next season. After the last committee meeting, obviously, I said I was going to leave just purely for a new challenge, but the way the season's ended, it doesn't feel right to go out like that. So hopefully we can get into a new league, which is kind of like a promotion, and I can carry on managing. At the moment, we don't know if we're going to have to repeat the league that we were in, or we get that move to the Sussex League. And it's tough, you know, having to do the same league again it's hard to muster the motivation really to go again to some of those places, Hollington and down to Eastbourne. We've already gone there and had our battles, and most of the time succeeded. So yeah, strange time at the club, but we're still waiting to hear which league we're going to be entered into.
I think there's a ball in the way, mate. That's 3-0 to us.
Not me confidence, mate. It's my first session.
We've got 2 groups. One's doing 10:15 to 11:15, and then one's doing 11 till 12. So we've got 2 pods basically trying to follow the government guidance. We're softly starting now, and then friendlies late August. So I think we'll go back about the 12th of September. Still fighting to get in the Sussex Div 2, still fighting to overturn my ban. In a dream world, we start back, we're in the Sussex Div 2, again the highest the club's ever been. I haven't got a ban, and we win that first game on the 12th of September. That would be the ideal start really.
A week before the new season begins, Charlwood are accepted into the Southern Combination Football League. The news gives Berks renewed impetus to continue managing the club he's been so successful with. For the first time since the club was formed in 1901, Charlwood will be playing county football. It's an incredible achievement for a village club playing on the local rec. With no junior teams or reserves to rely on, in the next few months Berks will find out if his group of players will be able to compete at a higher level as Charlwood face the toughest season in the club's 120-year history. Find out how Berks and the team got on in Charlwood Uncovered Season 2, available now on youtube.com/bunchofamateurs.